Which is bigger, 3n or n+3?
I put 3n because 3n stands for 3 multiplied by n, and multiplying gives a bigger answer than adding.
Good, thank you. Sophia, what, do you write something similar, something different?
Something
Similar? What did you write?
3n because 3n is like 3 times n, whereas if you do n+3, it is just adding. If you multiply, you will end up with a bigger number than if you use addition.
Well, thank you. And John, what did you think?
Two things completely different.
You disagree with the girls?
Yes, because,
okay.
Because 3n, I agree on the times bit, n+3 can be big. It depends what you're plucking by and times in by, because you could do 3n times 1, which is 3, but then it could be n, or 2 plus 3 would be 5, so it depends how big the numbers are.
Okay, so you've written here, can you read out what you've written?
But it depends on the numbers you are adding and timesing by.
Okay, so you think it depends?
Yeah.
What do you think about that, girls? Do you agree with John? Do you disagree with John?
I agree.
You agree? Has he made you think something a bit differently?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I agree.
So how could we work out, or what could you think about, when one of these is bigger than the other? So John's saying it depends. What does it depend on?
Depends on what n means.
Okay, so do you want to start by choosing a number for n? Or you can do something different if you think that something different would be more useful.
If you do, would it be the same for, it'll be the same for both of them, because n is equal to the same thing.
Okay.
So 1 would be, the n+3 would be bigger, but anything above that wouldn't, because 3n plus times 2 is 6, and 2 plus 3n is 5. So when you're timesing, you're making it greater by the lot of how many you're timesing it by.
Okay, so John's saying that when n is 1, then 3 lots of 1 is 3, but 1 plus 3 is 4. So when n is 1, then n plus 3 is bigger. But when n is 2, you said 3 lots of 2 is 6, but 2 plus 3 is 5. So then the 3n becomes bigger.
And then we know with times, when you're timesing, it's continuously getting bigger.
Okay.
So we'll know 3n plus n plus 3 would be smaller when you're timesing above 1.
Okay. What do you think? Do you agree with John said about the 1 and the 2?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are there any other numbers that would make them be the same?
Well, if you times by a half, that will make that one 1.5, and that one 3.5, because a half is 0.5.
Okay, so you've used a decimal number instead of a whole number, instead of an integer.
Yeah.
But in that case, this one was still bigger, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you want to have a bit of time working together or on your own, just to try and find a number that you could find for n where they end up the same? You can talk to each other. What are you thinking about, Sophia?
I was just giving up the number line, seeing if any of them would end up the same.
Okay, so you tried 1, and then you tried
2,
and then what did you try next?
3.
Okay, and what happened when you tried 3?
Well, for 3, I got 3 plus 3, which was 6, but then 3 times 3 is 9.
So 3 makes 3n bigger as well. Yeah.
Think I've done it.
Okay.
1.5, because the 1, you're timesing it by itself for the multiplication, but when you do the plus, you have 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you times 3 by 1.5 is, or 5 is 1.5, which is 4.5, and then you just need to add on the 5 to the the 4 would be 4.5.
Okay, what do you think about that, Jasmine, Sophia?
I think he's right.
Yeah, you agree? So if we do 3 lots of 1.5, what do we end up with?
4.5.
Thank you, John. And if we do 1.5 plus 3, what do we get?
4.5.
Okay, so we found the point where they're the same. Good? Cool. Thank you.